You are running out of time. Your career will end at a certain point. This day is one day closer to your career ending. What are you going to do about it?
Level. This is why.
All right, guys, we're back with another video about practice. One of the reasons for that is because I've been helping out with this high school team and going to the practices. Obviously, I've been hitting some fungo, got a little blister right here. And I've been able to see how high school players operate in practice, how hard they push themselves, how seriously do they take their work on ground balls, fly balls, BP, how hard do they hustle. And it's been really eye-opening for me to figure that out. And so I want to get into kind of the problems I see with a lot of high school players, why they're not getting to the places they want to get to. Before that, guys, most of you guys who watch these videos aren't subscribed. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification button, that bell button, so you will be notified when we post a new video. And again, hit that like button to help us and boost us in the algorithm. Leave a comment below what you think. All of that helps us out a big time. You guys know our QR codes. If you're interested in any one of those, scan it. We'll take care of the rest. Okay? So, guys, the first thing I notice with high school baseball players, and this is understandable, is they don't realize they're running out of time. And what I mean by that is, you know, when I was in high school, I thought my career will never end. Oh yeah, well maybe I'll be like, or close to 30, hopefully I'll be close to 30 or maybe even later when I'm done playing. But I'm 16 right now. That's 14 years away. I will never get there. I'm never going to get there. You know, that's so far away. It's like infinity away. And now I'm sitting here at 33 years old with a couple of kids, and you realize just how fast life flies by. You know, in the moment, it feels so slow. You feel like you're going to be young forever. And then all of a sudden, bam, you're done playing. I mean, I've been done playing almost as long as my professional career lasted, which is 7 years. So I thought about that the other day, and I just couldn't even believe it. And so what these high school players don't realize is they're never getting today back, right? They almost act like, well, I got an infinite amount of days until tomorrow I'll start working hard, or next week I'll start working hard. And you guys have heard me talk about this, but these guys just will not put themselves in a frame of mind that one day their career will be over. For some of them, it may be this year. For some of them, it may be in 2 years. And if your goal is to continue to play in college, then you better start taking every day seriously, because it matters. It forms a habit. Habits become who you are. If you're not forming the right habits, you will not like who you are in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. So remember, this day is never coming back. How hard you work today is how hard you work today. You don't get to try again. Tomorrow is the next day, and then there's the next day. And if you don't start making these changes soon in your habits, it's never going to happen for you. You're never going to get to where you want to be. So guys, remember, you are running out of time whether you feel like it or not. And the sooner that frame of mind can be put inside your mind, the better you're going to start working, the harder you're going to start working, because there's no sense of urgency. When I work with these high school guys, all of them, if you ask them, hey man, are you a hard worker? They'd all say yes. But when you watch a practice, you think there may be one guy on the field during individual defense who's really pushing himself. There may be one guy or two guys in BP that are really challenging themselves and working on something and focused on what they're trying to do at the plate, right? Most high school hitters, just from watching BP, they're almost not even there mentally. It's just like, oh, it's BP. Just BP, right? And that's number two, not locked in mentally. You know, I'll watch the same high school hitter on a velo machine or even in just normal BP be late 20 times in a row. like 25 times in a row, no adjustment made. And so again, I think kids are so trained and really kind of like brainwashed in today's generation that everything's a mechanical thing. There's nothing like they don't get talked about an approach at all. And so when they're late, barely making contact, they're so late, they think, oh, I got to make it mechanical. It's like, dude, just start your load, whatever you want to call it, earlier, dramatically earlier. So most high school guys, it's not that they're even hard workers. They're not hard workers, and they're not even really mentally checked into the work they're doing. I'm hitting outfield ground balls, and it's kind of just like, oh, these are ground balls. And I talk to them and I say, guys, and you guys heard me say this yesterday, but what you do in practice will show up in the game. If you're bobbling ground balls off a fungo in the outfield, you are going to do it in the game at some point. If you don't practice running balls down in BP and sprinting and not coasting, you're going to coast in the game. And you're going to lose us a game because instead of catching that ball, you're 2 steps away from it because you didn't train running at 100%. So if you're a high school player out there, I'm not saying this to be negative. I'm being a realist and trying to tell you guys and wake you guys up to the reality of what most of you guys are doing, right? And I'm at a high school that is a really good program, a lot of talented players. But I just don't think kids are taught or talked to about how to work hard anymore and how to take pride into it. And so guys they don't have any sense of urgency because they think, like I did, right? I thought the same thing, that I got all the time in the world, and they're not locked in mentally into anything that they're doing. Unless it's like a competition, right? Then they seem to lock in because they want to beat the other team. But we have to be able to take that competition locked in mentality into practice. Make it a competition. Make it a competition. Be the best that you can be in your ground balls, in your fly balls, in your NDD work, and anything like that. Okay? The quicker you figure these 2 things out, the way faster your practice will be. Shout out to our boy Wes, who's always dropping the troll comments, who said, well, practice is okay, but nothing can replace game reps. There's some truth to that, right? There's definitely certain things that you will not improve dramatically in practice versus in a game, right? Live ABs, for example. The more game at-bats you get, that is going to dramatically improve you in your overall approach, your confidence in the plate, understanding the type of hitter you are, understanding your swing, where your problem areas in the zone are, where the parts of the zone are that you just rake. But taking ground balls in practice, that can dramatically improve you. Taking fly balls in BP seriously as an outfielder, that can dramatically improve you. Getting on the right throwing program, like our throwing program with Elite Sports Advising, scan the QR code if you want to, can dramatically improve your arm, right? So there's certain things in this game that the game is really going to speed up the development, but there's a lot of skills that can be developed in practice, and if we aren't taking practice as seriously as possible, we're going to stagnate as a player in our development. We're not going to get to the place that we should be getting to because I don't want to push myself today. Practice is, again, it's supposed to be fun, but if your goal is to be a professional baseball player, you need to put yourself in a professional mindset, right? If your goal is to be a professional baseball player, you can't wait till you get to pro ball to turn it into a professional mindset or think about it like a job. Sorry, that's just the reality. A lot of guys don't want to say that and don't want to think about it like that, but if I'm a junior in high school and I'm committed to a school and my goal is to play professional baseball like that was for me, then it's a job now. You have to outwork the top less than 1% of players to get to professional baseball. Like, how else do you think you're going to get there? Oh, I'm just going to have fun and, do what I want to do and everything like that. Probably not. Probably not going to get there. You got to start thinking seriously about your goals and understanding, okay, if my goal is to play professional baseball, that means in the Major League Draft, in 20 rounds, I got to be one of the best 600 players that year in the United States. One of the best, and that's college, high school, etc. So if you think you're there, okay. But if not, you better start working hard and taking this seriously like it's a job, like something you have to do every day, non-negotiable. Change your mindset. Change the way you view practice. Like Allen Iverson. Wes, I know Allen Iverson was saying practice was, not necessary for him. But it is. Unfortunately, that was why it was such a viral clip, because he was totally wrong. And especially with baseball. Basketball, a lot of athleticism involved in that sport. Baseball there is, but baseball is almost anything you do on the field is a skill that needs to be developed. So if you're not practicing hard in baseball, the skill is not being developed. No matter how athletic you are, we could put the best athlete in the world at shortstop and hit a laser short hop to him. He's going to get eaten alive. He's probably going to get hurt. So you can be super athletic, but if you haven't developed that skill of reading a ball off the bat and making the adjustment with your footwork to get into a better hop and turn that short or in-between hop into a nice, easy short hop, you're not going to do it. So develop your skills, guys. Push yourself in practice every single day and just watch how much more successful you are on the field this season in high school and in travel ball. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Again, you are running out of time. Your career will end at a certain point. This day is one day closer to your career ending. What are you going to do about it? This day can take days away from your career or add days onto your career based on the kind of work you put in. If you start thinking about it like that, I think you're going to have a sense of urgency to work hard, because you don't do anything today, you got worse. Days just got taken off your career. You do a lot of work, push yourself to be better than you think you can be, days are added onto your career, and who knows how long you can play. So let me know what you think, guys. Again, appreciate you guys. We'll be back with another video tomorrow.